Tony D and Little Joe with a screenwriter's rant on The Gray Man, starring Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling. And Chris Evans as sort of an anti-Captain America. Here he is in a weird-looking stash. Lloyd. They call him Lloyd. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 8. Now, I will... Don't. There, come over here. Come over here. Every time I open the windows. Every time I open the windows, you do this. That's the whole neighborhood you're hearing. It's a whole neighborhood. It's a whole world out there. We just walked out there. Let them be, doggy. Let them be. Anyhow, I'll be at the Flemington Summer Book Fest in Flemington, New Jersey this Sunday. This Sunday, Joe. On Memorial Day. I know, I'm working on the holidays. It's a tough time. Anyhow, so it's basically Gosling versus Evans, which isn't a bad, lineup. I'm kind of annoyed with Chris Evans and his recent, wokeness, but the Russo brothers are making this, so hey, you gotta love the Russo brothers. They know what they're doing. I mean, they directed some of the best Marvel movies out there. I think Infinity War is a bit underrated. I think it was fine. So basically, I don't know. Ryan Gosling is some kind of spy, murderer, assassin. And of course, for whatever reason, they turn on him. And now everybody's out to kill him. And he's very famous. And everyone's in this damn movie, too. So, but Chris Evans and Gosling are the two main characters. And they're trying to kill each other. Well, mostly they're trying to kill Gosling. And Lloyd is sort of a mysterious figure that is going to turn all his friends against him because, assassins are doing such good work normally. The stories are always kind of the same. But look, it's the Russo brothers, so I'm pretty confident it's going to be an exciting movie. It already looks amazing. This sequence of knocking down pillars, and there's Sling Blade showing up to be one of the older guys who warns Evans, hey, you may not be able to kill this guy. So let's look at this lineup. Holy cow. So you got Gosling and Evans, okay. Ana de Armas, the hot new chick, as I call her. Rest I really don't know. Danush. He seems like, did they recruit him out of, the Indian movie scene, I wonder? I mean, he's got an Indian name, and they showed a guy who was Indian in the movie. With Alfred Woodard, I don't know him, and Billy Bob Thornton. So he's more of a cameo type situation. Okay. Do we have credits? Yes, we do. Screenplay by Joe Russo, and Christopher Marcus, and Stephen McFeely. Directed by Anthony and Joe Russo. So I think this is going to be good. July 22nd on Netflix. Ooh, and so you can see it a week ahead of time in select theaters and then on Netflix. Now, I'm probably going to watch it on Netflix because for some reason, like I said, I have Netflix for free and I don't know how to get rid of it. So I totally watch this movie, and why wouldn't I watch it for free? I'm not going to spend $14 to go see this thing. Now, but that being said, and it's PG-13, which is a little light for a movie like this. I would think this would be more of an R with all the violence, but yeah. So here, I assume that's Danush. So maybe somebody in the comments can tell me who he is if you already know him. He's only got one name, so I assume he's very important. Guys are, they're muscled up, unless that's CGI, which is possible. I like that Chris Evans grew the stash and has like a different look. He should, He's going for like a more sinister look. Like you can see that the sides of his haircut and his whole head looks thinner, and then the mustache. It's all like a thing to make him look like a different person. You don't want him to look like Captain America, right? You don't want to be watching the movie going, oh, Captain America. Especially you're going to have that association in your head with the Russo brothers. Now Ryan Gosling just looks like Ryan Gosling because he he's not playing a villain, right? Uh, has he played a villain in a movie? I'm sure he has. He's still very leading man, Ryan Gosling. Um, it's usually a step down for an actor to play the bad guy, unless, like in this movie, it's like two big names. Because then it's like Gosling versus Evans, and that's like a big deal. So that, like, they're not losing anything in Hollywood stature by, you know, fighting each other, even though obviously Evans is going to lose at the end, right? He's got to lose at the end because he's the bad guy, and this is probably not going to end with Gosling dying. So I think it's going to be, you know, a fun action movie. Not really getting a sense of the plot in this. If I had to guess, first act, Ryan Gosling goes on an assignment. He kills a guy. He finds something he shouldn't find. He tells his handler, who says, "Oh, you shouldn't have found that." And then next thing you know, Chris Evans is on his case. Second act, he puts out a hit on him. The guy's too skilled. They keep sending hitman. He keeps escaping them or killing them. Then it just goes up from there. And then the third act, you get Lloyd and the main character going at it. With, I assume, Gosling winning, or at best, they kill each other and he dies saving the woman he loves. I don't know. I'm not really seeing that. I'm not seeing the romance end on this. I'm not seeing any sexy scenes. But I like the name, the Gray Man. It sounds like a superhero character. Was there a superhero character called the Gray Man? I want to say there was. But there's no superpowers in this other than, you know, movie superpowers. Yeah, PG-13. It's very odd to me that it's a PG-13 movie. And Chris Evans is like all over this trailer, and like Ryan Gosling is sort of barely in it. And they both have mustaches, which is different. Okay, so they're trying to bring back the stash. I get it. Okay. But that's good too. You know, it gives Gosling a little more gravitas. Makes him look a little older. Again, for Chris Evans, they're trying to give him a more meaner, sleeker look, so he doesn't look like Captain America. But like with Ryan Gosling, I don't think it matters all that much because he just has to look maybe a little more harried and older, just in some respects. So you want to make your protagonist kind of looking weaker, even though he overcomes that. Whereas Chris Evans looks sleek and he's like a murder machine, right? So, yeah, that's, you know, it's going to be a popcorn movie. It looks like a good summer movie. I would stay in and watch it at home on Netflix for free. But I do think it seems like the kind of movie that should be seen in a theater. It's going to be a lot of big stunts. You know, it's going to be big set pieces. You know, the plot will kind of sort of matter. I mean, this is going to be the competition for Mission Impossible, right? And if I had to pick between the two, I kind of like this because, you know, Tom Cruise, it's amazing what he does. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'd like to see both movies probably, but, you know, Mission Impossible has let me down. And that's part of the danger of a franchise. You get a couple of stinkers in the run. It's like, you know, this could be new. This could be a different angle in terms of the story and plot, which I'm a little more into. You can do more. You know, Cruise's character is kind of carrying the baggage. You can ignore it at your peril, which makes the super fans annoyed because they follow the story intently. And then, you know, some people will just say, it's Tom Cruise, whatever. So I kind of give the edge to this movie. But obviously Tom Cruise movie, they got a lot of money. Like, they put a ton of money in that. Now, they didn't cheap out on this movie, certainly. I mean, there's a lot of big scenes in this. Oh, there's a good shot. There's a lot of big scenes. A lot of stuff gets wrecked. I'm sure it's a lot of it CGI. The Russo brothers know what they're doing. But Tom Cruise probably has the edge in terms of name recognition, in terms of money spent. But I wouldn't put it past for this movie to do better than Mission Impossible. But it is going to be on Netflix in a week, so like that's probably going to kill the sales, right? Like why would you go? Why would you spend the $14? You can wait a week and see it for nothing if you're already paying for Netflix, and you're kind of on the fence about Netflix anyway. Oh, here's something I can watch. I'll keep Netflix. So this is a pretty big movie to put on Netflix in my view. A week after it opens seems like I would go at least 2 months. You know, to give your Netflix I mean, I'd wait 2 months. I'd still wait 2 months to say it because, you know, you want to try to get as many theater sales, but this is where the way things are going. It's just theaters are going to be a thing of the past unless they up the experience. The experience has to be better. It can't just be I'm going to see this and I got to endure commercials and high food prices and a sticky floor and all this. I want to come into the theater and have an experience. I want to sit down to dinner, you know, have a nice dinner, watch a movie, be comfortable, and feel like I got something out of it. Until theaters start thinking that way or lowering the price, you know, like if theaters were like, if you could see this movie for $5, you know, you might go see it, especially if you didn't have Netflix. You know, if you have Netflix, it's like, okay, do I spend $14 on going to? If you don't have Netflix, do I spend $14 going to see the movie, or do I buy Netflix for a month and then see the movie and see potentially a bunch of other stuff? So I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with their prices. Anyhow, it's The Gray Man, starring half of the people in Hollywood. I'm Tony D. This is Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes. I got chicken barbecuing, little chicken. Let's go check on it, and we'll see you in the next one.